Hey everyone, so we're going to get straight into dividend investing today. We're going to talk about why I love dividend investing so much and why it is literally the only form of investment that I will never ever discredit. So when I first started dividend investing, I was literally making a couple of pennies every single month. And when I say pennies, I truly mean pennies. I mean, there were times where I couldn't even afford a full stock or a full share of a company. But that never really got to me. I know it does get to a lot of people to where you must own a full share of a company. It makes you feel better about yourself. It makes you feel more accomplished. But that is actually something that will hinder you over time because it's not going to provide you with the best value for your money. So, for example, if you're going to buy Ford instead of Apple, I'm going to tell you you're making a huge mistake. Just because Ford is more affordable does not mean buy Ford. It means whatever you can buy of Apple, go ahead and buy that Apple stock. Now, I'm not telling you what to invest in. I'm not your financial advisor, but this is going to stop you from making some big mistakes early on. Um, Now, with that being said, now that we've got the fact that we don't need to own a full share right away, make sure that the second thing that you do is subscribe to this channel. Make sure that you're liking this video. Make sure that you're sharing this with your friends and family so that they're also able to get this great investment knowledge. So now that you know that when I first started out, I wasn't subscribed to the channel. That's why it took me 5 to 6 years. You won't have to take 5 to 6 years to begin investing at my pace. So now that I was making a penny a day, a penny every 3 months, I was making less than $10 in dividends in a year. I mean, it was ridiculous my first year, but I was exciting. It was exciting. It was so nice to see that I could literally um, wake up and get a dividend payment. Okay, McDonald's paid me. Okay, Coca-Cola paid me. Okay, Pepsi paid me. Okay, Apple paid me. Okay, so and so paid me. I mean, and these are just some of the companies: NSA, NOBL, SPY, VOO. These are all companies that I'm invested in, by the way. I'm not just telling you random companies. O shares, right? These are the companies that I know and love because these are companies that I've been invested in for well over 3 years at a minimum. And so these companies I've done ample research on, and I completely love it. Disney used to be a powerhouse for me, and it used to be a powerhouse for many people growing up. I know people who have sent their kids to college on Disney stock alone, right? Never jealous. It just made me think, wow, how profitable did Disney have to be for a family to bet their children's future on Disney stock? And it worked. Imagine putting all your eggs in one basket and that basket did exactly what you wanted it to do. It was a blessing. It was inspirational. Um, did I really understand what that was at the time? No. As a college student, no. But when my college friend told me, listen, I'm here because of Disney stock, that was, inspirational. That was inspiring. That only made me want to invest more. And so when you're looking at companies to invest in, definitely do your research. Definitely understand your companies. Watch my comprehensive guide on stock market investing for a more detailed outlook. So after the first year and after continuing to utilize compound interest and continuing to buy into these companies and stocks, you start to realize, whoa, I'm getting more dividends than I was before. And over time, that is continuing to grow. So before I used to put in $25 a month or $50 a month or $100 a month. And, and then that just continued to grow. That just continued to grow. And then when I got out of college, when I was able to buy my real estate, when I was able to get more passive income and more cash flow, and when I was able to start putting more money in, now I'm putting thousands of dollars a year into the stock market. And so that dividend income that I was getting before is now increasing at a much faster rate, at a much more rapid rate, Because of this, I'm seeing growth at an exponential level. And the compound interest that I was receiving before is continuing to compound at a rate that I have never seen previously. So now, when I look at my dividend income, it is very apparent that I can now buy and afford things without actually having to work for them. I don't actually have to sell my stocks or my shares. My dividend income by itself is creating a whole new life for me. So here's a few goals that I had when I first got started. One goal that I had was to make $1 a day. This is how broke I was, everybody. I really want you to relate to how broke I was. So I was so broke that when I was living in New York City, I said, if I can make $1 in dividend income a day, I would be able to afford one value meal cheeseburger from McDonald's every single day. So I would never have to beg on the street for $1. That was literally my mindset. I needed to make $30 a month from dividend income so that I don't have to beg for $1 on the street. So that was my first goal. Um, so once I achieved that goal of $1 a day, I realized that now that I've achieved that goal, I now need to be able to pay my phone bill. If I can pay my phone bill every month with dividend income, I will be able to monitor my investments, also pull out my money from the dividend stocks, and I never have to really rely on a library as well. So, in order to do that, I need to make $40 in dividends every single month. Why $40? Because at the time, my phone plan, and still now today, my phone plan is a $40 phone plan. All right, so we upgraded from the Metro $30 plan to the T-Mobile $40 plan, and that's what we're still on today. So what does that mean? That means if I have $40 I can keep on my phone, but that doesn't mean you can eat with $40, right? So in order to eat, I'm still going to need an additional $30. So altogether, that's $70, right? But I took it one step at a time. Instead of going for the $70 goal, I went for the $40 goal just to get my phone bill in check. So you might want to utilize this goal strategy too. You might want to start with $1 a day in dividend income. And so when you get that $1 a day, you now know that you can survive. You can eat that one cheeseburger every single day. You don't have to miss any meals, okay? Now that we've got that taken care of, we're now on to the $40 goal to get our plan taken care of. Now, I know a lot of you are saying my phone bill is $100 a month, and so I completely understand. If your phone bill is $100 a month, and there's no way for you to shorten that, you can't get on the T-Mobile plan. Listen, I've been all over the country, and I'm telling you, T-Mobile works everywhere, okay? So if you're having issues with switching, well, that's because you have a high luxury life that you want to uphold. Maybe you have a Netflix package, or maybe you don't have a paid off phone and wish you should have before you even start investing. And so, you have other problems there that need to be addressed, and we will talk about that in other videos, because this is about financial freedom, and we can't have hindrances to our financial freedom, right? We can't have hindrances to our future financial growth. So with that being said, it took me, I look at it almost every year. So it may have only taken me 6 months to reach that additional $10. But I'm gonna say it took me a year to reach that $10. And then sometimes I'll just check my overall portfolio for how much it grows. So for example, if I sell a company and then I buy a different company, that's going to affect my dividend overall. And so as companies grow, the dividend percentage seems to be a little decreased. So what happened is, right now my dividend percentage is at 1.95%. And then after expenses is like 1.92%. And so I times that by the total value of my portfolio to see how much dividend income I make a year. Then I divide that by 12 and I see how much dividend income I make in a month. Now, also understand that my portfolio is not even. And so I'm going to have more money in certain months from dividend income because I have a higher percentage of my money in certain stocks. And so because of that, there are going to be some months where I make $30. There's going to be some months where I make $80. And there's going to be some months where I make $40. But over the course of a 3-month period, it should all even out and equate to what those numbers should be. Currently, I'm making about, I have to double check, but I know it's like over $60 a month in dividend income. A little over 800 a year in dividend income. And that's not including the growth of my companies. With that being said, that doesn't account for my 401k and Roth IRAs and things like that. That's only accounting for my individual stock market account. But that does give you an idea. And if you look at my How to 5X Your Portfolio, which I kind of address in all of my stock market videos these days, you would see that I was gaining 40%. And that wasn't all dividends. That was a lot of growth, which allowed me to get 40%. And you see all time I'm up almost $6,000 in the stock market. And with dividend income alone, it was about $1,500 of that $6,000. So that's really, really good. Shout out to the dividend income being about 25% of my total growth in my portfolio. So that's another thing that you want to look at, because dividends can really, really change your outlook. Imagine being 25% richer, all because of dividends and the compound interest that comes with dividends. And so again, if you have any questions, concerns, comment them down below. Reach out and let me know, what should I talk about next. Again, this is Invest with Festus, and we are investing for the future. I appreciate you. God bless and have a great day. Bye.